sponsored by Black Magic Design, the world's highest quality products for the feature film, post and broadcast industries. blackmagicdesign.com.
Eric McClanahan here with RA Salvatore. We are talking about your appearance here at New York Comic Con.
Yep.
This is one of the biggest Comic Cons in the nation, shortly behind San Diego.
Yeah.
Now, you have been writing the Drizzt series for about 36 years now.
I've been writing it for 37, but the books came out 36 years ago. Yeah, 1987 I started it.
I understand that they're being republished, relaunched
Yes.
with new art. Tell me about that decision and what that means for the future of Drizzt and your future.
I mean, I think it was time. First of all, to my dismay, mass market paperback's pretty much gone away. So everything is trade now. And, but I think they wanted to make the covers all a bit more uniform and just upgrade the look a little bit. And, you know, I mean, I have mixed feelings because that original Larry Elmore cover for the Crystal Shard still remains like my favorite cover ever. And, you know, I knew a lot, Todd Lockwood and I are dear friends and I loved all his work. But I'm really excited that they're getting some of the new art out there and they're doing a really good job with it.
We meet Drizzt in the Crystal Shard in medias res. He's already, he's fleshed out an established character. And since then, you've gone back, you've done some of the origin and homeland. And obviously, you know, he has all these many adventures. How many adventures do you think he has in him? Because every time you put pen to paper, it has to be cinematic, it has to be novel worthy. How many situations can you put this man through the Thresher?
But here's the thing about Drizzt, okay? When I started writing Drizzt, I was 28 years old, and I'm 65 now. And I've changed a lot over the years. Everybody does, just the way you see the world. So I just want the characters to grow with me. The fight scenes, I can always do a fight scene. It doesn't matter if it's him or Jarl Axel or Entreri or Brunner, it doesn't matter. I can do that. So I just had a lot of fun with it. I thought of it as my kind of life journey through the world. This is the path I'm walking. And it's great because so many people decided to walk beside me and we can have these conversations all the way with the readers. That's the way I just looked at these books. And, you know, I mean, the Drizzt series, I thought it's been over like 5 times before. When I was writing The Halfling's Gem, which was the 3rd book, then the Icewind Dale trilogy, they said, people are tired with these characters, tie it all up in the end, and we want to go on to something else. Okay. And then the people weren't done. And you said Drizzt was really fleshed out, but I don't think he really was until I wrote the Dark Elf trilogy. Because that's when I started doing the essays. Mm-hmm. And really getting into his head, and the character became more important to me, more meaningful to me, because this was how I was like making my own way through the world. This is how I would take the characters and I would put them in situations about things that were bugging me, about the big questions of who we are, why we are, and I would make them answer, if you will, through their eyes. And so for me, it's just been a fun journey.
In that same vein, do you not shy away from having some of the situations or developments in the Forgotten Realms mirror our own world so that people can make sense of what we're going through right now in the future over the past?
I think any author who tells you my book is not an analogy, you know, Tolkien was famous for saying that, is either fooling themselves or fooling you. We are a product of our experiences and what we're going through. I remember when I was writing the cleric books for Wizards way back in the early 90s, the first Gulf War was going on. And when I went back and reread the book for my first pass, before I went to the editor, I realized that I had used the term hunker down like 30 times because General Schwarzkopf, that he kept saying, well, hunkering down, they're hunkering down, they're hunkering down. And I had it on because I'm always aware of what's going on. One of the good things and bad things about being an author is you have to constantly be watching the world around you. So it's always background noise for me when I'm writing. I don't shy from that. What I don't like is when people read something and think, if it's from a character in the book, and think that that's me, they don't have like this concept of an unreliable narrator, right, in the books. That drives me crazy. And it's like, but I'm pretty forthcoming on what I believe and who I am, and I have a voice, and I live in a country where I can have a voice. I like that.
When I showed up to meet up with you, I asked one of the ladies out front, I said, hey, I'm here to speak with Bob Salvatore. We're doing an interview with him, and they're like, so many people are here to see him. They kind of like had to test me to make sure I wasn't a fanboy who was getting access. You are a draw. You are popular. Like, how do you not let that go to your head? How do you stay humble?
I still don't believe it. It blows my mind. Whenever I remember the first time one of my books showed up and it was in Japanese. And I was like, what the heck? You know, opened from the back. And it was like, RA Salvatore and Bob Salvatore are two different people. I still live in the town I was born in, a little plastics factory town in central Massachusetts. I'm the same guy. I am lucky enough to be able to do something that other people apparently enjoy, and they pay me to do it. So, you know, life's good. It doesn't make me better than anyone or anyone better than me. I'm just Bob, and it's all I ever want to be, and I don't want to be anything else. And that's not like some false humility. I find the stories that people that come to my signings tell me more interesting than the stories I write most of the time. So that's just the way I look at the world.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm really glad to talk to you. This has been refreshing, and I hope you have a great time at the con.
This is the BTRP Media Network.